My beloved child, I want you to pay attention to what I am about to tell you. There is more happening around you than you realize. Some things may seem normal, even comforting, but not everything is as it appears. There is a silent battle going on, and you might not even be aware of it. This battle is not fought with weapons, but with thoughts, feelings, and decisions. I see what you cannot see, and I am here to guide you through it. There are moments when it feels like the world is trying to weigh you down, but I promise, you are not alone. There are people and situations that might come into your life, smiling and offering comfort. But be careful, not every smile comes from a place of love. Some of these smiles hide intentions that may not be for your good. You may think, but how can I tell the difference? The truth is, you don't have to do it alone. I am the one who sees the hearts of all people, and I know what is good for you. Trust me, and I will protect you from harm, even from those who seem closest to you. The enemy is always watching, always planning. He doesn't rest. He uses familiar faces, kind words, and even good intentions to try and confuse you. But don't be afraid, for I am your shield. I am always working in your favor, even when you don't see it. But here is something I want you to understand: not all battles are fought outside of you. Some of the hardest battles are the ones that happen inside your mind. Your thoughts, your little choices, these are important. Every decision you make, even the ones that seem small, can either bring you closer to me or take you further away. Sometimes, you might think that it's just a little mistake or that it doesn't matter. But I want you to know that the enemy is clever. He wants you to believe that these small things are nothing. But over time, these small things can form a chain that holds you down. Stay vigilant, my child, because I see everything, and I will help you break free from anything that tries to bind you. If you trust that I am always protecting you, type, I believe in God's protection. I know you have felt the weight of closed doors. You have wondered why things didn't work out the way you hoped, why certain opportunities slipped away. But let me tell you this, I close doors for a reason. When I close one door, it's because I have something much better waiting for you. Every loss, every disappointment has a purpose. I am about to open doors for you that no one can close, and what is coming will be more than you ever imagined. You may have felt like you've been stuck, like everything you try doesn't work out. But you haven't seen the bigger picture yet. You're standing on the edge of a breakthrough, a moment where everything will change. What you thought was lost will be restored, not in the way you expect, but in ways that will leave you speechless. You see, I don't do small things. I do great things, things that transform lives and hearts. What I have planned for you is more than you can dream of. So keep trusting, my child. Don't let the enemy trick you into thinking you are defeated. You are on the verge of something amazing, and I am with you every step of the way. Even when things seem silent, even when you don't feel me, know that I am there, working everything out for your good. If you trust that I will open new doors for you, type, I am ready for God's blessings. My dear one, I know you've been through a lot. You've faced losses, disappointments, and moments where it felt like everything was falling apart. But let me tell you something that will change the way you see your struggles. I am not just the God of small victories. I am the God of total restoration. I see everything that you have lost, and I am about to restore it to you in ways that will surprise you. Right now, it might feel like things are falling apart, but I am telling you that things are actually falling into place. The door that seemed to slam shut in your face was not a rejection, it was my redirection. I want to take you to a place that is so much greater than where you thought you were going. I know you've faced pain, but I am about to turn that pain into something beautiful. You've been holding on to the idea that what was taken from you is gone forever. But my child, I am the God who gives back what was stolen. What you've lost, I will return to you. But here's the thing, you won't just get back what you lost, you will receive so much more. I don't just restore what was taken, I make it better. What's coming your way is greater than anything you can imagine. Think of it this way, just like a seed must fall into the ground and die before it can grow into a mighty tree, so must some things in your life seem to end before something even greater can begin. Trust me, I am working behind the scenes, preparing to bless you in ways you never thought possible. Your life is about to overflow with abundance, with grace, and with favor. If you trust that your future holds more than your past, type, I believe in God's restoration. Here's what I want you to understand. The enemy tries to make you feel hopeless. He wants you to think that your best days are behind you. But listen carefully, I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, who turns sorrow into joy. What you thought was the end is just the beginning. I have a plan for you, and it's a good plan. It's a plan that will make all your pain worthwhile. I want you to prepare yourself, not just for a little blessing, but for a life-changing transformation. You see, I don't do small things. I work in big, powerful ways. The plans I have for you are so much greater than you can imagine. Get ready, because I am about to flood your life with blessings more than you ever dreamed possible. If you trust that God's plan is bigger than your pain, type, I believe in God's plan. My child, I know the struggles you face. I see the nights when you lie awake, burdened by thoughts that won't let you rest. I see the days when discouragement hangs over you like a heavy cloud. You are fighting battles that no one else can see, but I see them. I know what you are going through, and I am here to remind you that you are not alone. These battles, though invisible to others, are very real to you, and I want you to know that I am fighting them with you. Anxiety, fear, doubt, these are some of the hardest enemies you will ever face. They try to make you believe that you are weak, that you can't go on. But my child, let me tell you something, in your weakness, I am strong. When you feel like you can't take another step, that is when I carry you. You are not meant to fight these battles alone. I am with you, guiding you, and strengthening you. You may feel overwhelmed by everything that is happening in your life, but I am telling you that you don't have to carry it all by yourself. I am asking you to give your burdens to me. All the worry, all the fear, all the uncertainty, hand them over to me. I am strong enough to carry what you cannot. Let me take the weight off your shoulders so you can walk freely again. If you are ready to give your burdens to God, type, I trust God with my struggles. Every time you feel that anxiety creeping in, every time doubt tries to whisper lies into your heart, remember this, I am bigger than your fears. I am stronger than your doubts. And I am with you, every moment of every day. I will not leave you to fight these battles alone. The enemy may try to shake you, but I am your rock, and I will not let you fall. You've been feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but I want you to know that I am here to help you. I am your strength when you feel weak, your peace when you are anxious, and your hope when you feel discouraged. I see your struggles, and I am working even now to bring you through them. You don't have to be afraid. If you believe that God is your strength, type, God is my rock. My beloved, I want to share something important with you. The greatest transformation in your life doesn't begin on the outside, but on the inside. The changes I want to bring into your life start in your heart. Before the world around you shifts, I want to work within you. You see, your heart is like a garden, and right now, I am planting seeds of strength, peace, and joy that will grow and flourish. I am touching the deepest parts of you, the places no one else sees. I am healing wounds you didn't even know you had. This transformation is not a quick fix, it's a process. I'm not just changing the circumstances around you, I'm changing you. I'm preparing you for something much bigger than what you've been through. Every tear you've cried, every challenge you've faced, it has all been part of a greater plan to mold you into who I created you to be. Remember, this is not just about fixing what's broken on the outside. It's about healing what's inside you. I'm making you whole, not just for today, but for the future. I'm preparing your heart to handle the blessings I'm about to pour into your life. You may not understand everything that's happening right now, but trust me, I see the bigger picture. If you trust that God is working in your heart, type, God is transforming me. I know there have been moments when you've questioned why things are taking so long. Why hasn't the breakthrough happened yet? Why do you still feel stuck? Let me reassure you, it's because the work I'm doing inside of you takes time. I'm not interested in quick fixes or temporary changes. I want to bring a transformation that lasts, a change that will affect every part of your life and ripple out to those around you. You see, I'm preparing you not just for today, but for the future I have planned for you. The strength, the wisdom, and the peace I'm growing in you right now are things you will need for what's ahead. Trust this process, even when it feels slow. I am working on the roots of your soul, making sure they are strong enough to carry the weight of the blessings I'm preparing to give you. If you believe that God is preparing you for something greater, type, I trust God's timing. There are moments when you will feel impatient, wondering when everything will come together. But understand this, every single step, every trial, every victory is part of a divine process. I'm shaping you into someone who can not only receive my blessings but also share them with the world. What I am doing in your heart today will change your future in ways you can't even imagine. You may not always understand why certain things happen, but trust that I see what you cannot. I see the traps the enemy tries to set before you, and I am already clearing your path. I am your guide, your protector, and I will make sure that every obstacle you face will serve a purpose in your growth. What looks like a delay to you is often my protection. If you believe that God is clearing your path, type, God is my protector. My child, I know there are times when you feel lost, unsure of what's next. You have dreams, hopes, and plans, and yet, things don't always turn out the way you expected. I understand the frustration and confusion you feel when your life doesn't follow the path you imagined. But let me tell you something, my plans for you are far greater than anything you can think of or plan on your own. I have designed every part of your life with purpose. Nothing happens by accident. Even the moments that seem like setbacks are part of a bigger plan, a divine plan that leads to your ultimate good. I want you to trust that I am working in every detail, even in the things that don't make sense right now. What feels like a delay is actually my way of preparing something better for you. I know you want answers, but sometimes I ask you to trust without knowing the full picture. Trust is the foundation of a relationship. When you trust me, you allow me to work freely in your life. I am always moving, always working behind the scenes to bring about the good things I have promised you. You may not see it now, but every step you take is leading you closer to the victory I have already planned for you. If you trust God's plan, type, I believe in God's purpose. There are moments when you will feel tempted to give up, to stop believing that good things are coming. The enemy will try to fill your mind with doubt, telling you that your dreams are out of reach. But I am here to remind you that nothing is impossible for me. Your future is in my hands, and I am shaping it with love, care, and purpose. You are not alone in this journey. I am walking with you every step of the way. The enemy wants to make you believe that your past mistakes or your current struggles define your future. But my child, your story is far from over. I am the God of new beginnings. I write new chapters in your life every day, and I promise you, the best is yet to come. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be for me to do something amazing in your life. If you believe that God is writing your future, type, I trust God's plan for my life. I am leading you towards something greater than you can imagine. Every no you've heard, every door that closed, was part of my plan to save you for something better. Every time you felt overlooked or forgotten, I was setting the stage for a blessing you wouldn't believe even if you were told. So don't look back with regret, and don't fear what's ahead. I am already there, preparing a way for you, creating a path that leads to peace, joy, and purpose. If you trust that God is preparing the way, type, God is guiding my steps. The enemy cannot stop what I have planned for you. He may try to discourage you, to make you feel like you've missed your chance, but know this, nothing can stop my plans for your life. I am in control, and I am working everything out for your good. Keep trusting me, even when the path seems unclear. I am already in your future, and I promise you, it is filled with hope. If you believe your future is in God's hands, type, my future is bright with God. My precious one, I see every struggle within you. I know the battles you face are not always seen by others, but I am fully aware of every doubt, every fear, and every moment of uncertainty. These inner battles may feel overwhelming at times, but I am here to remind you that you are not fighting alone. I am with you, guiding you through every challenge that rises up in your heart and mind. The thoughts that try to steal your peace, the anxieties that keep you awake at night, none of these are too strong for me. In fact, it's in your weakest moments that my strength shines the brightest. When you feel like you've reached the end of your ability to keep going, I am there, lifting you up, holding you steady. Don't let the lies of fear and discouragement drown out my voice. I am speaking to you now, telling you that you are more than a conqueror through me. Every day, you have a choice. You can let these inner battles wear you down, or you can bring them to me and allow me to fight for you. I never intended for you to carry the weight of the world on your own. Bring your fears, your worries, and your doubts to me. Lay them at my feet, and I will give you the peace that surpasses understanding. If you are ready to let God fight your battles, type, I surrender my worries to God. You see, my child, the enemy is cunning. He knows that if he can plant seeds of fear, doubt, and insecurity in your heart, he can try to weaken your faith. But I am here to tell you that your faith is stronger than any tactic the enemy can use. You may not feel strong right now, but remember, your strength is not your own. It comes from me. And my strength is limitless. Do you feel anxious? Bring it to me. Do you feel discouraged? Let me lift you up. The enemy cannot defeat a child of mine who chooses to trust in my power. He will try to make you believe that you are not enough, that you are alone, that no one understands your struggles. But I am with you, always, and I understand everything you are going through. There is nothing hidden from me. If you believe that God understands your struggles, type, God sees and understands me. I want you to know something important. The battle is not over just because you feel weak. In fact, your moments of weakness are the very times when I show my greatest strength in your life. When you trust me with your fears, I turn them into faith. When you give me your anxieties, I turn them into peace. The enemy may whisper lies, but I am here to remind you of the truth. You are loved, you are chosen, and you are victorious in me. This inner battle you face isn't just about the struggles you see today. It's about the victory I'm preparing for tomorrow. Every battle is an opportunity for you to grow closer to me, to trust me more deeply, and to experience my power in your life. You may not feel like it, but every day, as you turn to me in faith, you are growing stronger. Your faith is being tested and refined like gold, and it will come out stronger than ever before. If you trust that God is making you stronger through your struggles, type, God is refining me like gold. I am here, working in you, through every struggle, every challenge. You don't need to fear the battle inside your mind because I am already victorious. I want you to know that these inner battles are not signs of defeat, they are opportunities for you to rise up in faith. They are moments where you can see my power working in your life. Remember, I am with you every step of the way, and I will never leave you. You are stronger than you know because my strength lives in you. If you believe that God's strength lives in you, type, God's power is my strength. My child, I want you to know that no matter where you've been, no matter what you've faced, I am always leading you toward a new beginning. Life may feel difficult right now, but every ending you've experienced is just a doorway to something greater that I have planned for you. I am the God of fresh starts, of second chances, and I am always working to make things new in your life. You may feel like you've made mistakes or that you've missed opportunities. You may look back on your life and feel regret for what could have been. But listen closely, your story is not over. I am still writing it, and I am turning the pages to a new chapter right now. What you see as a failure, I see as an opportunity for growth. What you see as a closed door, I see as a way to protect you from something that wasn't meant for you. The new thing I am doing in your life is beyond anything you've imagined. You are not defined by your past, you are defined by my love for you. I am calling you into a future filled with hope and purpose. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are my child, and I have created you for something beautiful. If you believe that God is giving you a new beginning, type, I trust God's new plan for my life. It's time to stop holding on to what was and start embracing what is coming. I know change can feel scary, and stepping into something new can be intimidating. But I want you to know that I have gone ahead of you. I have prepared the way. Every step you take, I will be there, guiding you and making sure you walk in the fullness of the life I've designed for you. This new beginning is not just about what's happening around you, but what's happening inside of you. I am making you new. I am renewing your heart, your mind, and your spirit. I am bringing you into a season of growth, of peace, and of joy like you've never known. The things that once held you back are losing their power because my grace is setting you free. If you are ready to embrace the new thing God is doing, type, I am ready for God's new beginning. Don't be afraid to let go of the past. I know it's hard to release what's familiar, even when it hurts. But I promise you, the new thing I have for you is far better than anything you could leave behind. What you've lost will pale in comparison to what I am about to bring into your life. Trust me in this process, and watch how I turn your pain into purpose, your sorrow into joy. The enemy wants you to believe that the best is behind you, but I am here to tell you that the best is yet to come. I am not finished with you. You haven't seen the fullness of what I am about to do in your life. So lift your eyes, my child, and look ahead. The future is bright, and I am leading you into a season of victory and abundance. If you trust that the best is yet to come, type, the best is ahead of me with God. My beloved, I know how hard it can be to wait. You've prayed, you've hoped, and you've believed, but sometimes it feels like nothing is changing. I see the longing in your heart, the questions that rise up when things don't happen as quickly as you expect. But I need you to understand something very important. My timing is perfect, and it's not the same as yours. I work on a different clock, one that is built on eternity, and everything I do is right on time. You may be thinking, why the delay, God? Why haven't things changed yet? My child, I want you to know that every moment you spend waiting is a part of my plan. You are not waiting in vain. I am working in ways that you cannot see. I am preparing your heart, aligning situations, and moving people in place for the perfect time. What feels like a delay to you is actually preparation. Sometimes, waiting feels hard because you can't see what's coming. But trust me, I see the whole picture. I know what's ahead, and I am making sure that everything falls into place exactly when it's supposed to. Trust in my timing, even when it doesn't make sense. Remember, I have never failed you, and I never will. What I am preparing for you is greater than anything you've imagined, and it will be worth every moment of waiting. If you trust that God's timing is perfect, type, I trust God's timing. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't happen right away. The enemy wants to use your waiting season to make you feel frustrated, impatient, or even hopeless. But I am telling you, the waiting is part of the process. Just like a farmer must wait for the seed to grow into a harvest, so must you wait for the seeds I've planted in your life to come to fruition. But rest assured, the harvest is coming. During this time, I am working not just on the things around you, but on you. I am shaping your character, growing your faith, and preparing you for the blessings that are on the way. You see, sometimes, the things I have in store for you are so big that your heart and mind need to be prepared to receive them. I am growing you, maturing you, and getting you ready for the abundance that's coming. If you believe that God is preparing you for greater things, type, I am being prepared for God's blessings. Think about it like this, just as a parent doesn't give their child something too soon, knowing they might not be ready for it, so do I wait until the perfect moment to bless you with the things I know are right for you. I want you to be able to fully enjoy the good things I have for you. If I were to give them to you too soon, they wouldn't have the same impact. The right blessing at the wrong time can feel like a burden, but when it arrives at the right moment, it's a gift that brings joy and fulfillment. So, my child, I ask you to be patient. I know it's not easy, but remember, I am working all things together for your good. When the time is right, everything will fall into place. I promise you, you won't miss out on anything I have planned for you. Every good thing I've designed for your life will come, and when it does, you will look back and see how perfectly it all came together. If you trust that God's blessings will arrive at the perfect time, type, I believe God's plan is perfect. Your waiting is not wasted. Every second you spend trusting me, even when you don't see the full picture, is building something powerful inside of you. It's building patience, faith, and trust. These are the qualities you will need for the journey ahead. What you are waiting for is on the way, and when it arrives, it will be greater than you ever imagined. Remember, I am never late. I am never early. I am always right on time. So be encouraged, my child. Your story is still unfolding, and the best parts are yet to come. If you believe that God's timing is always right, type, God's timing is perfect for me. My dear child, as you journey through life, I want you to know that you were never meant to walk alone. I designed you for community, for connection with others. In the moments when you feel weak, when the weight of life becomes too heavy, I have placed people around you to lift you up, to encourage you, and to remind you of my love. Community is my gift to you, a reflection of my heart. There will be times when you feel like pulling away, when the battles of life make you want to retreat into isolation. But I urge you, don't walk this road by yourself. I have placed people in your life for a reason. They're there to support you, to pray with you, and to remind you that you are not alone. Even when it feels difficult to open up, remember, there is strength in unity. Your friends, your family, your spiritual community, they are all part of the support system I've given you. When two or more gather in my name, I am there in their midst. When you share your burdens, they become lighter. When you celebrate your victories with others, the joy multiplies. Lean on those I've placed around you. Their love is a reflection of my love for you. If you believe in the power of community, type, I am grateful for the people God has placed in my life. There is something beautiful about walking through life together. The friendships and relationships you build are not just for this moment, they have eternal significance. Every time you show love, every time you offer a kind word or a listening ear, you are reflecting my heart to the world. Community is not just about receiving support, it's also about giving it. As you care for others, you will find that your own heart is strengthened. Remember, my child, that I created you to be part of something bigger than yourself. You are a light in this world, and your light shines brightest when you join with others. Together, you can face any storm, overcome any obstacle, and celebrate every victory. When you feel weak, let your community lift you up. And when others are weak, be there to lift them in return. This is how you reflect my love, by standing together, united in faith. If you are ready to share God's love with others, type, I am a light in my community. Sometimes, you may feel like you don't have much to offer. You might think that your struggles disqualify you from helping others. But let me tell you a secret, it's in your weakness that my strength is made perfect. The very things you think disqualify you are the things that make you a beacon of hope for others. When you share your story, when you show vulnerability, it opens the door for others to see my work in your life. You are part of a greater story, one that is being written with love, grace, and purpose. Your role in this story is important. Don't underestimate the impact you have on those around you. Your life is a testimony to my goodness, and when you share that testimony, it becomes a source of strength for others. If you believe that your story can inspire others, type, my life is a testimony of God's goodness. My child, I want you to understand the power of your faith. Every step of faith you take, every moment you trust me, even when you don't see the full picture, has an impact that reaches far beyond what you can imagine. Your faith is not just about today, it's about eternity. Every prayer you pray, every act of kindness, every time you trust in my promises, you are making an eternal difference. You may think that your life is small, that your actions are insignificant, but let me tell you, nothing done in faith is ever wasted. Every time you choose to believe in me, to walk by faith and not by sight, you are planting seeds that will grow and bear fruit in ways you can't yet see. Your faith is moving mountains, even when you can't feel it. The enemy will try to make you think that your faith doesn't matter, that your prayers go unheard. But I am here to remind you that I hear every word, I see every step, and I am responding to your faith. Heaven moves when you trust me, even when the world around you looks uncertain. Keep believing, my child, because your faith is powerful. If you believe that your faith is moving mountains, type, my faith is changing the world. Each day you live in faith, you are building something eternal. The world measures success by things that fade, money, fame, possessions, but I measure success by faith, love, and the impact you have on the lives of others. What you are doing may seem small to the world, but in my eyes, it is changing eternity. You were created to leave a mark, to shine my light in places of darkness, and to bring hope to those who are lost. Every time you love someone, every time you offer a word of encouragement, you are reflecting my heart. Your life is a reflection of my glory, and the legacy of your faith will live on far beyond your time on earth. If you believe that your life has eternal value, type, I am making an eternal impact. Even the smallest acts of faith, whether it's a prayer whispered in the night or a simple gesture of kindness, are seen by me and are making a difference. You may not see the results right away, but trust me, every step of faith is building something eternal. The lives you touch, the seeds you plant, will continue to grow long after you're gone. Your faith is your legacy, and it will echo through eternity. So keep going, my child. Keep believing. Keep trusting. You are building something that will last forever, and I am with you every step of the way. If you believe that your faith will leave a lasting legacy, type, my faith is my legacy.